Stuart, another thrilling end to the game today. What was your take on it?
I think I'm not really a stats guy, Scott, but I've just had a wee look back through that there. It was a game where we changed our approach slightly. We tried to really simplify it for the players. When those negative thoughts are there and you're feeling a little bit delicate in your decision making, then we tried to play the game in the correct areas. We tried to play in the forward area, tried to play in St Mirren's half. And I thought, without it being a thriller, without there being loads and loads of chances and opportunities, I thought that we were pretty comfortable in the first 45. And then again you sort of coax that message and look to try and get out the players just a bit more quality in the final third. I thought there was wee flashes maybe in the first 45 where we started to find a rhythm. Guys in the midfield, Davor were doing well in there, Blair Spittle, Callum Slattery, you start to see them connecting each other with passes. You start to see Big John holding the ball up, Mika making his runs in behind, and we get good width for our wing backs as well, so those features of the game started to appear. And then we concede what is just a shocking goal from our point of view. It's a poor goal. We know that there's accountability for that in the dressing room. There always is, to be fair. They always stick their hand up when we concede that poor goal. Liam knows that he made a real poor choice to try and come for it. I think that Bevis is probably in a not too bad position. But the one thing, Scott, I think it does show you. I think it shows you that Liam wants to do the best for his team. I think a lot of goalkeepers just plant themselves on the goal line and don't want to come out and try and avert danger. And I think that Liam's probably a victim of his own honesty. To be honest, that's what he does. He wants to come out and try and help his team, make a save, try and see if he can gather a ball, and it's the wrong choice. It is the wrong choice, but again, he's a human being, and I thought there was a dip thereafter. I thought we did dip in our performance. I thought our confidence dipped, the environment, the atmosphere obviously dips at that point because everyone wants to see their team doing well and winning games, but you know what, we managed to dig ourselves out of a tough spot, and it looked as if the clock was running down, and we scored what is just an absolutely phenomenal goal. The quality for Big Theo on his left foot and the cross, and then Mika Bireth, who could have been off at half time, if truth be told. He was carrying a pretty sore one to his ankle. He's had problems with his ankles before. I spoke to him at half time and he sort of gritted his teeth and told us he was wanting to remain on the park and he wanted to keep playing, and that's why he's still on there, because I think again it shows everyone, not the result we want, not the run we want to be on, but I think it shows an incredible togetherness of this group and this staff, yourselves included, that we are all fighting for the same cause. But I've seen real negative environments before and poison run about football clubs, and the inner sanctuaries of this football club, it's simply not there.
Out with the old firm in the league table, only Hibs and St Mirren have scored more goals than us in this league campaign. Can you take encouragement from that going forward?
Yeah, absolutely. I think sometimes pointing to what your downfall is, it's evident. We can all see it that we've conceded too many cheap goals. We've conceded goals from set plays, and again, I hope that everyone sees that we tried to alter that today in our approach. There was one or two people maybe want to see other aspects of how we set up to defend. I changed it to try and help the players. It's not to try and confuse anybody, but it's just to show that when you know that there's a problem there's obvious attempts to try and make that better. Unfortunately, that wasn't the case, and it was a slightly different way that we conceded a goal today. But you rightly, Scott, point to the fact that we score goals and we create chances. So for us, I think very much the focus has to be that we start to get that clean sheet and we start to shut out the opponent. When I first came in, there was a real hunger and kind of dogged edge to us about how we defended our penalty box and defended our goal, and for whatever reason that seems to have kind of slipped past us at this minute in time. But I will again assure people that that's something we're going to work incredibly hard on this week, and we need to make sure the balance is there. You can become far too defensive and try and protect your goal and not carry that threat at the top end of the park. So it's a kind of double-edged sword, and it's something that I'm very aware of, and it's something that again I'll pour all my time into trying to help the players and trying to come up with the correct solutions to get us a victory.
You mentioned also you did alter things slightly going into the game. Davor Zdravkovsky starting for the first time in the league. Georgie Gent came in for his first start. How do you think they got on?
I thought they were excellent. There could be some real disappointment at times from them. They obviously come to the football club, they want to play, they want to get minutes on the pitch. But I thought Georgie down that left hand side probably captured the imagination of everybody in here. I thought he was really positive in everything he'd done. If I'm nitpicking, Scott, we could have got him more of the ball in the second half to show his quality that he has on his left foot. And Davor, I thought thought was really disciplined in the middle of the park, good energy, again dogged, which we probably needed today, and knew that was going to be a part of it. So no, fair play to these guys. I'm delighted with how they performed, I'm delighted with what they contributed to the game, and they helped the guys that were there. We know we didn't have a lot of choices, we knew we didn't have a lot of bodies to pick from today, but I've just said to the 5 young under-18s players that were sitting on their bench today, I think that the first team group were able to kind of point the finger and kind of show them that togetherness is there and that resilience is there, and that's part of their education as well, if I take it beyond the guys that were on the park, Scott, and I'm kind of delighted at seeing that aspect of it.
Thanks for your time, Stuart.
Thank you.